has been at war with Adolf Hitler. To the battlefronts of the world, this neighbor at war has sent men, food, airplanes, guns, and ships.
WICR.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Throwback Thursdays with Chelsea T and Big Shot Rob Boncardo. What's going on?
Nothing much. Enjoying this Thursday. About to get into some serious news right now.
This is why we have the kind of serious news bed going on. Today, I don't know how I'm going to talk about this because it's a very personal topic to me, but we have to talk about it because it is the 3-year anniversary of Hurricane Sandy. If you guys don't know, it's marked today it made more than 90 people died, and repairs continue today after the Category 2 hurricane made landfall from the Atlantic Ocean onto the East Coast on October 29th, 2012 at 7:30 p.m. I am from one of the towns that was hit the hardest. Well, I was in Brooklyn at the time, but my family and friends, they all lived in Rockaway Park, New York. And if you don't know where that is, during Hurricane Sandy, there were fires because some of the transformers blew up. That's where my family's from. So I think it's really appropriate just to talk about some of the things that are happening, especially even in New Rochelle too, because I'm going to take it to you, Rob, because I wasn't here for Hurricane Sandy, but I can really recall some vivid memories from Iona from this 3 years ago today. So take it away from here, Rob.
I remember everything was shut down. I wasn't at Iona. I was at home in the Bronx. But I remember we basically had a week off from school. The power went out completely in my neighborhood. I had power on my block. And I remember with my neighbors, we were actually feeding an extension cord into their house to their generator to keep their refrigerator alive during that time because they needed food and everything at that time. Some of my close family members lost that. One of my great friends, his family owns a house in Long Beach.
Yes.
And it finally, I think it was either this summer or last summer they were able to move into it.
Yes.
And it got crushed, their house. So I go back there sometimes to Long Beach and I look through the neighborhood. It's been bad over there. I mean, the rebuilding process and everything.
Yep, absolutely. Especially over in Rockaway. At the time, the 6 months before I moved to Rockaway, that's when Sandy hit. And Rockaway was where I grew up. That's where I spent my high school careers. My best memories most of them were in Rockaway Park. Like hanging out on the beach, being all childish and 16 with my friends. Like, I can smile thinking about all the memories that happened there. And then Sandy hit, and it was a culture shock to both my family. It was just, I can't even put into words. And I have to give a shout out to my roommates at the time, even though we're rocky like the storms of Sandy. I couldn't have gotten through that without them. And former grad Sal Manzo, everyone was FaceTiming me, making sure I was okay, because it was a crazy time. But I want to talk about happier news because it's the 3-year anniversary, but I want to talk. You've never been to Rockaway before, right?
No.
Oh, this year, Rock St. Patty's. Rob Boncardo, we're remembering it right now. St. Patrick's Day, Rob Boncardo is coming to Rockaway. So you can see the progress we've made because, there's still remnants of Sandy, but this summer was the first time they opened up the boardwalk in Southern Rock, in the lower streets by my sister's house. The boardwalk is 20 blocks long. There's concession stands, and during the summer it was popping. I always went to my favorite little Oceanside stands, Carcass Bar. So much fun. They had some really good alcoholic adult drinks. If you're 21, you should go there because there's really good frozen sangria. There are arepas. It was just full of life. And if you go there during to Rockaway during the summer, you would never know that Sandy even existed. The only time I do think of Sandy is when I'm going to the trains to the city. You have to go over 2 bridges when you're on the A train, and you still see some of the remnants of Sandy because the jet skis are blasted into the little grassed area of Broad Channel, and that's what the town right over by Rockaway. My favorite 18 plus bar was ripped a new one by Sandy, and it's still not there. So when I go over the bridge, I'm like, oh, Mems, Fontbonne Hall Academy. But you would never know. The spirit of Rockaway, I've never, even though I'm not from there technically, the morale is, you would never know. There were such happy-go-lucky people. And all my friends and the people that I've met in Rockaway, such happy-go-lucky people. You would never think that the ocean and the bay met and flooding was everywhere. And havoc and craziness. So Rockaway strong for life. I'm now Rockaway citizens. But anyway, any other thoughts?
No, that's a beautiful thing. You know, I always like that when we look at communities.
Yep.
What's one thing that's so special about us New Yorkers everywhere, people
Yep.
in Queens? We stick together. We don't
Yep.
let events hold us down. We stick together as a group. Because you know what? No matter how much bad could happen in the world, you have to make something good always happen.
Yeah,
Life
absolutely.
life throws things at you. You gotta take them as it comes. But it's always great when you overcome the deficit that you were just matched with.
Absolutely. And 2 months, the February after Sandy, I got a tattoo on my back. This too shall pass. Ooh, I just got the little chilies. This too shall pass. And Rockaway, that is I feel like they're happier people in Rockaway. But this too shall pass, and Hurricane really did pass Rockaway. And I'm really proud to be living in Rockaway and how far we've come. So, hashtag Rockaway strong. So, to wrap that segment up, let's listen to some fun music, because talking about Hurricane Sandy is a little bit exhausting. So, we'll see you on the flip side.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
3,